Bet. Hey, so
I bet. All right, so let me start it off. Salutations. Sorry, let me not do that. Yo, what is up, guys? We're going to start episode number 2 of the Too True podcast. Everything that we're speaking about is just too damn true. It's your boy Will, aka Mr. underscore Wilbur95. That's the IG. Go give me a follow. I'm with my co-host, Shane. Want to say up to the people?
what's good, y'all? How y'all doing today? Name is Shane. My Instagram right below is lame Shane underscore. Go ahead and follow your boy. We back with episode 2, so let's get right into it.
Let's get it, yo. So we started off the podcast yesterday, that Sunday. Had a good episode talking about red pill and blue pill. So we're gonna try and incorporate. Obviously, I like to have a nice lead on. So if you follow the episodes, it's a nice smooth transition. So today, I was cleaning up the crib and everything like that, and I was thinking, yo, for the topic, let's talk about, because I know Shane wanted to talk about fitness. Let's talk about the big three Fs. So for the big three Fs, we're talking about fat, fitness, and shit, what's the last one? Yo, fat, fitness, and financing. Can't forget that one. That's real important. So we're gonna see how all three of those correlate and they all interlock with each other, and then how each of them affect and how they're also all just single and like different. So I know Shane is focusing on he's very heavy on the fitness aspect, of course, getting me into the gym, improving myself. But I'll start with the first one. It's gonna be fapping, guys. It's so I was watching a Steph is cold video, and the one I sent you with the link for the roommates, and the mindset of and it makes sense. If a dude is beating the Tommy Dill pickle way too much, think of it like this: you're tricking your brain into thinking that you're having sex. So your brain is gonna just release testosterone. So if you don't have that testosterone, you don't have that urge. Let's say after you bust that nut, whatever, you don't have that urge to do something. That's gonna affect staying late to work overtime. Like, nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna pick up the extra shift tomorrow. Fuck it. I really don't want to do it. Or you're not going to have that extra testosterone. Let's say, for example, you're in the gym, you're not going to be pushing that weight heavy enough. You're not going to have that extra motivation to, I want to bang out some extra cardio, trying to get lean. Or even from the standpoint of, yo, don't eat that burger, don't eat that steak. You need to eat that chicken, you need to eat that rice or that veggies. So it's crazy how those literally just stopping fapping, stop beating the Tommy Dill pickle will affect both those other two big Fs. So what do you think about that?
No, that's 100% facts. Honestly, when you take your focus off it, just trying to just beat all the time, and then you take that focus and put it, you're gonna find ways to just take that energy and put it into something else, mostly more productive. Like, for example, you'll notice these results 30, 60 days in. You'd be like, oh damn, like I'm not touching the Tommy Dill pickle. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna start reading more. You start finding different, like I'm gonna start going to the gym more. I'm gonna start playing basketball more, for example. I'm gonna be playing a lot of ball. Like, you're gonna find alternatives to do things with your time that don't make you want to do that. So, uh, it's definitely something. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm just gonna chime in and agreeing. Like it's crazy how that they all kind of affect each other, which is very interesting.
It is, Joe, because when you take it, because like, of course, if you just been doing that all day, all you're gonna do about what are you gonna do? Just think about getting your next nut, whether it be from you beating your Tommy Dill pickle or putting that focus into chicks you trying to talk to or like thirsting chick, whatever the case may be, bro. Like, take that energy, put it in something productive, not on Pornhub.
Yes, guys. Not on that Pornhub, that OnlyFans, what is it, many fans, whatever they have now. Like it's very interesting, yo. If you think about it, like how, bro, it's crazy if you think about it. Like, yo, you could spend all day just doing that, bro, and like it literally will affect the rest of your day, and you don't do shit. You may, and you may spend that time too. Let's say you don't even get, no home on that shit. You don't get off easy like that, yo. Let's say you spend an hour, bro. That's an hour you could have been at the gym working out, getting cardio, cooking, yo, cooking some chicken breast or some steak or something, yo. That's crazy. Cleaning this, and it's and if guys, that's something that relates to even if you're in middle school. Let's say, for example, you're 14, 15, 16. That's shit that you can then obviously like start when you're younger, just that self control. Because all three F's are obviously going to have the same thing. It's all going to be about discipline and self control, which basically is discipline and responsibility. So, like, controlling something like that is definitely going to end up correlating into the other big two. And also, when you do finally, let's say you, for example, you spend the money, or you don't. Once again, we always say low investments on dates. Let's say you do that first low investment, like we talked in last episode, that low investment, and then the second, think of it like this. So the second date, You spend 50, $60, let's say, right? You take it to your crib. Now you can't get it up, or you're not beating that shit the way you should be because what? You're fapping. So think of it like that. So now you're also taking away from the positive things that you're doing, and you're fucking yourself up on that. If you think about that, yo. So like you spend the time out of your day, 2 days, let's say 2 days, to get both dates, spend whatever bread you spent, and then when you go to actually fuck, you don't perform or perform to the best of your ability. Think about that, yo. That is crazy, yo. If you think about that aspect of it, yo. So you affecting yourself.
You really are, bro. It's just a downhill thing. Like, there's no reason for you to be doing that anyway. Like, all that energy and all that stuff is evil, bro. Like, it really is. Like, you could just take that time, literally do anything else, bro. Like, just go outside, bro. I swear you'll lose the urge. Like,
A hobby, you could learn a hobby over doing something like that, and then it affects, like I said, affects fitness. I know you're real big on fitness. You're eventually trying to get, I know, your certification for training. So
mhm.
let's get a little insight on that, and then what you feel, obviously, of course, to become a successful man, the fitness aspect of it. Obviously, you're fitter than I am, and I'm going through the routes of becoming fitter, trying to become leaner. So let's get some intake on that.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, I think your fitness is important. Like, it comes with like wanting to like talk to more girls. Like, I feel like you being in shape as a man, it's just one thing you just kind of owe to yourself. Like, who doesn't want to be physically fit? Like just going to. Plus, you start feeling good. Like, you go to the gym every day, you start working out, you see the way your body changes and like the way you start to recomp. Like, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, yo, like I'm that dude. Like, I look good. Like, you're gonna feel good about yourself. Your clothes just start fitting great. Like, there's so many different benefits to just the fitness world, and then like the longer you go on with just working out, the more and more things you start to experience. You're like, okay, maybe I could do this. You know what I mean? You start changing up your programming for a little bit. You might start looking better certain ways. You might just start looking for different things to do. You
Hmm.
might just explore a whole different world. Plus, people at the gym, bro, they're pretty solid. They're solid people. Like, to me, like I know so many people at the gym that I go to. I'm dapping everybody up. I'm saying hi, hello to everyone. Like, it's a good community of people who are just motivational and just nice to be around. It's nothing that'll stop you from beating a monkey. You feel me?
Being that Tommy Dill pickle, yo. And like you said, yo, the people you meet in the gym. So of course, you want to go to the gym, you want to get the work done. But the people you're gonna meet in the gym, you're gonna meet that old head who's gonna literally try and set you straight, you know. And like we said, yo, what if you're a guy? You know, a lot of the like we're trying to be for a lot of guys. Obviously, you know, we're millennials, and then this generation, what is it, the ninth gen or whatever they call the new age people, or whatever that new generation, right? The ninth gen, is that what they call it?
I would say so. Yeah.
Gen 9 or whatever, like some Pokemon shit. If you don't have that mentor, and like we said, you may not be able to talk to the Stephis Coles or the Kevin Samuels or the roommates, but like your local gym head, yo, that local OG has probably gone through a lot of the same shit that you've gone through. So if you don't have that father figure in your life, or you don't have that person in your life, you know, that male role model, yo, that local gym head could be that dude that kind of, you know, you get a few workouts in with him, but he's gonna, you know, ask how you doing, you know. It's like you know, in New York, you know, when you go to get a you know, a little chopped cheese, you may walk in, you know, the deli, be like, yo, Poppy, let me get a chopped cheese. And then boom, while he making the chopped cheese, he's gonna ask how you doing. Cause think about it, that's an OG that's gonna, hey bro, maybe you should not be, you know, don't be beating the Tommy Dill pickle, yo. Don't be chasing after these chicks. Build your money, work on your financing. So it's so crazy how all three of those are gonna correlate. And like you said, yo, going to the gym, it's gonna build you physically, but also mentally, yo. The discipline, trust me, you don't know how hard it is. And Shane, we could both can contest to this. Yo, when you heavier and you losing weight, I don't care what nobody says. That is so much harder than building muscle. From like being able to eat whatever you want. Yo, when you're cutting and losing weight, there is so much more discipline than just being able to be like, all right, I'm a buck 35. I need to bulk up to 185. That shit's easy. You can eat whatever, just eat. But to lose weight and to cut, there's so much discipline and also responsibility and accountability. Remember, females don't hold themselves to that accountability. In the gym, they do, but remember when they interact with men, they don't. So you as a man, your accountability is being in that gym, and I have to hold myself to a higher standard on that. I'm not perfect. There's times where I've canceled on Shane going to the gym. There's times where I was, you know, I really don't feel like getting out of bed. Like today, I was supposed to hit the gym. I'm probably gonna try and go later. I overslept, yo. So there's things where I'm not going to be like, yeah, I was tired, shit like that, but that's not an excuse. So I need to incorporate, and this is like we're saying, we're going to show our journey. I need to incorporate more responsibility and accountability in building that physical and mental. The big thing is that mental. Like yesterday, bro, I shouldn't have ordered that Go Puff. Well, no, I ordered the Go Puff. But I should have, maybe selected some healthier options and shit like that. But just because I ordered that shit, don't mean I need to eat that shit. I can just save it for when the time is right. So that's another big thing, yo. Like you said, with no beating the Tommy Dilpickle with fapping, there's that discipline. There's discipline there, just like there's discipline when you're in the gym. That cardio, that weight, working out, all that shit. Like I said, it's discipline and control. If you can control that and accountability, you're gonna succeed in life.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. You don't want to sit like I'm saying, bro. It's a whole mental aspect to it. Going to the gym every day, being able to go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week and commit to that plan. Just telling yourself, I'm about to work out. I'm about to sit to this program. Telling yourself you're going to wake up every day and read this program and you're going to follow that. That's a commitment. Those are all things that take work. They say it takes about 2 weeks for your body to instill something as routine. So if you want to instill that routine, give it 2 weeks, just consistently wake up every day, do that. That's gonna help you. You're gonna have your days, of course, where you're not gonna want to get up, you're not gonna want to wake up, you're gonna be sitting in bed, like, maybe I should just lay down today, maybe I should go back to sleep. You gotta fight those thoughts. Those thoughts are what's gonna put you behind. Those thoughts are what's putting that next man before you. You ever see you see like those dudes who are rich and successful. Like, what is he doing and I'm doing? He's getting up for the gym, Maybe not literally getting up for the gym, but he's putting that work in. You see these millionaires and billionaires. What are they doing every day? They're getting up. They're putting that work in. We live in America, man. There's no reason that anybody can't have opportunity. There's no reason that anybody can't. Everyone's afforded the same opportunities as everyone else. Maybe not born fairly as everyone else, but we all have the same opportunities to grow, essentially. So
outcomes may be different, but like you said, you have the opportunities.
Exactly. We all don't grow up the same, of course, but you got to find opportunity where you can get it from. You got to work hard. This is a cruel world. Nobody's going to give you anything.
That's 100, yo. We're speaking facts. And then, Shane could test it, so for example, obviously the no fap, that's more of a personal thing, but how does fitness affect when you're now interacting, are you getting more girls? So guys know, because remember, all the things we're going to talk about today, you could be, as soon as you hit puberty, these are things you should be focusing on. Now, I'm a little more lenient. As soon as you hit puberty as a younger teen or anything like that, that's fine. You could, really, really don't have bills like that. You should obviously be trying to save up. Like if you have a small little job, I understand how it was. Everybody hits puberty. You want to bust those few, you want to get those few first. All right, that's understandable. But as you get older, you got to control that shit. Mm-hmm. So, Shane, so like I said, all this can be done when you're younger and then build. But for yourself, what did you see fitness doing when it came to the social aspect of it?
To be honest, one thing I did notice when I got more fit, people just felt more I feel like, I don't know if it's a result of the fitness or maybe just my attitude in general, but I feel like people are approaching me now more often than ever. Especially girls, girls will come up to me, just start having a conversation, just making small talk, they'll say little things, or I notice eyes and people staring at me, I didn't notice those things before, but now with now I would cut from 260 to about 203. I lost a good amount of weight, still kept a good amount of muscle as well. So I look pretty muscular. I'll say that. So one thing I notice direct results of is just eyes on me. I'm getting more attention, and it's good attention, or it feels like it's good attention for the most part. And some people be not like that, but I love it. I appreciate it.
Of course,
it just lets me know that I'm working. My hard work is not going unnoticed.
Your discipline, your accountability, your responsibility, people are noticing that too. Think about it. For example, let's show you an example. I weigh more than Shane, right? So me and Shane walk into a bar, right? Two chicks look at us, or one chick looks at us, right? She may see okay, both good looking dudes, but so one's fitter than the other. That one who's more fitter, he probably holds himself to more accountability. Obviously, and we're throwing out X factors, but just based off that, he holds himself to a higher accountability. He probably holds himself to more responsibility, and he also has more of a drive. And he doesn't make those excuses. He goes in and gets that fucking work done. And I don't want to hear about the whole genetics things and anything like that. I'm not even going to use that for myself as an excuse. There's no reason why. And like I said, I'm critiquing myself. There's no reason why that if your friend is fit and you're fat, there's no reason why you can't argue it. Unless there's a crazy X factor, like you got in a car accident or some shit like that, so you can't work out. But if you're both two healthy individuals who can work out, there's no reason, I don't care about the genetics aspect of it, to where you can't have that accountability and responsibility and discipline Two, be fit. Like I said, it's going to help build, and also great example for yourself. You're bigger on IG, so your fitness also then correlates to a better social status on IG, building that social brand, right?
Of course, you're gonna build your building your social brand, like especially like I said, being in a gym, trying to get more money, trying to save your money, getting your own apartment, getting your own food, your own everything. Those are just important things you should be trying to do as a man, right? You want to sit there. You want to push. Long story short, you're gonna be basically. Sorry, my son. Somebody's trying to call me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like we
So
say,
anyway,
one take Drake. That's all we do.
facts. Yo, like just trying to improve yourself and just trying to own your own thing. It's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna be your own boss. So who doesn't want to be their own boss? Like I don't want to sit here and work a job for like the next couple of years. This is not ideal, man. Like I don't want to have somebody telling me what to do. I don't want to have somebody text me saying, "Hey, I need you to come into work today. Need to get your ass to work today, Shane." Most so and so called out. Lil Johnny called out. He said he's sick today. I need you to work. Better like what I mean. I don't.
That's
Look,
true. And yeah, that's where you're finding that. But how does your fitness affect, let's say, your social status, like your IG, for example?
mm,
So like once you started getting
I would
fit,
say
did you
like
start?
as far as like when I post a lot of like fitness pics and I'm on like
Mhm,
Instagram and I'm on like I'm just posting like oh look at how much I've done since from now to then like like transformation pics like I get more
mhm.
DMs from like I'm obviously like it'd be like girls like oh you look really good now, oh you look cute, or like I'm making little posts on social, be just going out to eat or whatever, and girls be like oh it looks fun, I want to go, what I mean, you should take, you know what I mean. So like I'm like for the most part it's definitely like I said it's giving me more attention.
And
That's what
you've built off of it basically. So not only did you get the benefit of the fitness aspect of it, but you're also reaping the social status aspect of it as well, which is a plus. And like we said, for guys, you want to start eventually, you get 30, 35, you want to start messing around with these, these 8, these 9s, these 10s, you're going to need that social status. So your fitness is also now helping to build up your social status as well. Would you agree?
I agree 100% agree with that. I think so.
And that just leads to a better outcome. You want to hit these 8s, 9s, and 10s, get that fitness going. And then the last aspect, and obviously we're going to loop back around and then re-hit all the topics, but financing. Financing is super, super important when it comes to one, that's just like achieving your goals. Now, obviously, people say money doesn't make happiness or money doesn't make you happy. That's true. But money gives you more options. And in life, the more options you have, you may end up obviously living a happier, a funner life, a life where you get to travel more. But even just from the financing aspect of it, getting your bread together and being able to, have the financial freedom to do things like Shane was saying, you want to be your own boss. It's very important, that's a big F, yo. Finance is very important. Um, Obviously, it relates not just to money, but like credit. So while you're 18, what's one of the best things you think that someone, when let's say for example they're 18, some of the best things you think that an 18-year-old can do to try and help to build up their credit?
Honestly, you should just get a small credit card. Use it. Just spend it on gas and pay it off. Like, just pay it off when it's due. Use it on gas and use it on anything you don't need to do. You know, don't go crazy. Don't try and go finance a Mustang at the age of 18. That's stupid. Don't try and like buy nothing else outrageous. Don't buy. You get get a small limit credit card. You know,
Even a secured credit card, that way you're backed up if you fuck up and you only can spend $100, and for some reason you don't make that payment, they'll just take the 100 that you gave them to pay that credit card off.
mm-hmm.
And it's easier to get it secured when you're 18 too as well.
Really is. So just like I said, just don't be fooled, yo. Don't be like, oh, I got all this money. What can I buy? Because you don't have all that money. Remind you, that's their money. You're borrowing that money. You're paying interest on that.
That's
Don't
true.
making you foolish purchases.
That's
Don't go
100%.
find it.
That's 100% true. And then now also you're working a job too, so you're spending that time to make that money, and you gotta allocate those resources to not better things, but you need to allocate those resources properly. So, what would you say to someone, for example, let's say who's like 16? Legally they can get like a paper route or something like that, but what do you think would be a great thing for like a 16, 17, even a 15-year-old? Sorry, my bad, even a 15, 16, or 17-year-old to do when it comes to how do I get finances? Let's say for example they're not getting allowance from their parents or anything like that. What's some things that a 15 to 16 or 17-year-old can do to put some money in the bank, maybe start saving up?
honestly, when I was younger, things I used to do, I used to just like mow other people's lawn, not mow other people's lawn, but I would shovel. You can mow a lawn, honestly. You can do that stuff around your local neighborhood. Honestly, do like little small jobs. Just people who like, let's see, you should learn a trade. You can learn how to code. Honestly, coding is something that you can pretty much learn on free online. You go on Reddit, learn how to code. You go on YouTube, learn how to code. There's a guy who'll teach you how to make a website in like an hour and a half on YouTube. Or like once you learn how to do things like that, just kind of like that's like the start of like building your own brand in itself. You know what I mean? You have all those. You can learn like those small skill sets and then put those to use. You know, maybe you make a YouTube channel. You know, just start making some content. See what's popular and trending. Start a channel up. You can even
Mow a lawn, shovel, cut
saying,
grass. Well, that's mowing.
yeah,
Learn garden. Like you could garden for people and stuff like that. Laying mulch, especially if you're a man. Remember, there's more physical work that men are willing to do than a female to make money. So you have another route of options that maybe a female may not have or may not want to take. Well, not that they don't have, they may not want to take. So take that to your advantage. And I had a paper route when I was 16 years old. No, actually, sorry, I had it when I was in middle school. When I was like 13, sorry, 12 and 13. So just being able to get that little bit of money, if you're obviously when you're younger like that, you don't have many bills or any bills at all. So that's a great example to take that money, especially in this day and age, and then save it up. And then when you're ready to, maybe get your first car, like you said, don't get a Mustang, get a nice little hoopty, like a reliable Honda, a Toyota, get that 80 hour a week job. And especially if you single, there's no reason why any guy between 18 and 30, now my situation is a little different, that you shouldn't be out working a job and potentially working overtime. Like I know my boy Shane, picks up a ton of extra shifts because he's there to get that chicken, he's there to get that bread, he's there to stack up
exactly.
his bread. Because eventually down the line, he'll either invest it or he'll need it for when he's ready to do something. And that's honestly, like I said, when girls see that, there's a reason why girls will gravitate. And once again, when we mean girls, we're talking about these between a 7 and a 10 will gravitate towards guys with higher social status and who have their finance and we'll say wealth, who have money. It's because to get to that point, remember, and if you guys will link this, obviously you've watched the Fresh and Fit podcast, one of the things that they always say, girls are born with value when as soon as they're born with value as soon as they hit 18. That's when they have to start maintaining their value and it starts to diminish. Guys, when they hit 18, and I say fuck it, when you hit 15 or 16, because there's so many other jobs you can do, you need to start building your value as a guy, start building your brand. So with the finance aspect of it, like we said, let's say you start working at 18, for example. So you don't decide to do anything from your 14, 15, 16, 17. You decide to just focus on school, which I 100% agree on. Or 100%, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I support it. But let's say you're 18, right? And school is not for me. Maybe I'll go to college, but I'll work a full-time job. Get you a little hoopty. Even if you can't get a hoopty, let's say, for example, you have nothing. Let's say your parents kick you out when you're 18, you have nothing. All right. First thing to do, I know Steph Cole says this a lot. You can go to a temp agency with just a state ID and they'll have you working within the next like 3 to 4 days once you get all your paperwork and everything filled out.
That's a fact, man.
Think about that, yo.
I don't know
You
about
can.
urban. It's urban league. I think that's something in Connecticut where they used to find like jobs for like minors,
Oh, where?
low income homes. Low income homes. I think it's called the urban league. I can look it up right now. Matter of fact.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, so while Shane looks that up, we'll link that in the description box below. Of course, we're obviously from Connecticut, but obviously, if Connecticut has it, maybe other states have something like this. So look up stuff like that you can do. And then, for example, let's say you get kicked out when you're 18, you go to the temp agency and you get a job. And the state you're making, let's say, for example, you're making like $14 to $15 an hour, or let's say you go on Indeed and you get a job. There's a lot of posting. Amazon hires aggressively. You get a job there, right? All right, you're making 16 to 18 bucks an hour, right? That's good bread. All right, next step, how are you going to get to your living situation? See if you got a boy that has an apartment that you can maybe live with, or get your own little apartment. And you don't need to get anything high end, extravagant. You need just the bare minimum. Remember, we're starting from scratch. Like I said, you're building a foundation. You're not going to go straight to a house or building that house. You need to start with a foundation. So you got your job, find you a place to live. Make sure you have enough, obviously, to pay your bills. Now, when we come to financing, finance is also about like the way you spend your bread. Hey, yo, Shane, I see these Jordans, man. These shits look kind of nice, bro. I may want to, I think I got to get these right now. But my boy Shane may be like, nah, bro, what you mean, bro? Like, you could just wait a month or two, stack up that bread, have a little bit of extra residual income that you then can just take that you've saved, then buy those Jordans and not be broke or not have to struggle to make your payment or anything like that.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go ahead, my bad.
I was gonna say, like, you know what I mean. If you're in the process of trying to grow yourself, trust me. You thinking like, oh, these Jordans look so fly. Trust me, bro. You can live without them. Like, you can live without that new shirt, them new Jordans, that Gucci bag, bro. You won't need it for right now, bro. Like, you
Because
go ahead.
girls aren't gonna look at that, yo.
They're gonna ask you like, oh, I got a Gucci bag. Oh, where do you stay? Living at home. You know what I mean? I got no like, I got this. I got like. You can have all these nice things, but when they
And
want to
be
actually pull up with some real bread, you know what I mean, with the real questions, she's like, "Oh, where
mm-hmm.
are we gonna go?" She's like, "Oh, well, I'm in my mom's crib. We could probably go chill over there for a little bit. We can't make too much noise." She'll be like, "What?"
Yeah, think about you. Be like, wait, stupid. Think of like, look how this relates, right? You could make, let's say, $18, $16 an hour. You could be making this bread, but you fat as shit, or you just don't have your hygiene proper or anything like that. She may be around you because this nigga got the bread and he willing to spend it around because no one else wants to be around him. So fuck it, I'll take advantage of him. He'll take me out on dates, buy me shoes. But look how fitness affects that, yo. Just because you got the bread, but you fat as shit, these chicks may not even give you the time of day, yo. So at that
Yeah.
point, get your fitness right too as well. That's also going to allow you, for example, you buy. Let's say you buy. I'm not going to get a car. I live right down the street from my job. You could walk to work. You could bike to work. You're going to need that fitness. You may work a job that's more physically demanding. If you can't walk, you can't lift a certain amount of weight, you're not getting that job. So look how fitness can also affect that, especially as a young adult. Guys, look at this. Everything links to each other. It's like a circle. Or what is it from now pronounce you Chuck and Chuck and Larry? It's like a triangle. Is that what he says?
Wait, for which one?
Now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Rob Schneider. He's like, it's a triangle. Or no, oh no, it's like a circle or a triangle, some shit like that, bro. It's a circle of life, bro. Look how everything correlates with each other.
Yeah.
So the fitness to the money aspect of it, all right, boom. You got your job. You go into the gym. Now, like I said, everything, all three of those relate. Responsibility, accountability. Yo, you may need to wake up 2 hours early to go to that job. It may fucking suck, trust me, but that's what it takes to get to that point. So there's no reason why at certain points you can't have those things. So you got the job, you got the crib that maintains everything. You can pay your electric bill, everything like that. Now, one thing I want to just speak on, and Shane, you can just hop in anytime you feel free. I'm gonna go on a little rant. Is this motherfucking thing right here, yo? Yo, when you are 15, 16, 17, and 18, unless you're fucking making money off your phone, even if you are, you don't need the newest phone. Fuck. If you can barely afford to, let's say, pay your rent or pay your electric bill, you don't need a fucking new iPhone, new Samsung. Get you a Boost Mobile, or I would say get a Metro Boomin, PCS, Metro PCS, and Metro PCS is in every fucking state.
Where you at?
Metro
Yo.
Boomin and what is it? It's on trust. Metro Boomin, Metro. It's like I'm going off on a rant. Yo, this is the downside of anyone who is younger and spending bread. Yo, I do not, yo. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a victim of this shit too, yo. That iPhone for Life program, yo. There's a reason why iPhone did that. They were like, wait. We've built this brand. Yo, if you have this, yo, guys, if you have this, bitches, chicks, sorry, females. Oh, if you got an Android, now fuck that. If you're not Blue Bubble Game, you are not even getting that time and attention. So, dudes, I guarantee you, Apple was like, yo, we need the iPhone for Life program. Let's get these kids. They can get phones as soon as they 17, 18. Bet every year you can upgrade. You don't own this motherfucking phone. You're paying $100. Let's say you're paying $40 for the phone every month, plus your internet, your phone service. Let's say it's between $70 to $100. You're paying $110 to $150. Yo, for finances, this is one of the worst finance decisions you could make when you're younger. Besides, like a car.
I
Yo,
agree.
yes, yo. Even
Like,
if you want to, even if you
iPhone
want
5 player fucked me over. I had to go through Sprint, and at one point, bro, for one phone, like I kid you not, I was paying almost $200 for my plan. Like, how do we alone on one phone plan pay $200 for what was it? I had an iPhone with the iPhone 10 when it was brand new. You know how hard it was to get the iPhone 10s, bro. Remember It just was sold out. Like I don't know what it was about. I don't even remember what it was about the iPhone 10 that made it so popular. But I
It's
had
because they introduced the bigger screen with the full notch. It was the first time that it wasn't the big bars at the top.
You're right, yo. I had, bro. I remember I was one of the people was like, I gotta have it, bro. And I didn't even care about the iPhone like that, bro. But for some reason, they just announced it, and I was like,
Face
oh
ID,
yes,
Face ID too as well.
oh yeah. Like I just wanted to flex, so I had got it through Sprint, and then I was mad happy. They, the crazy part is they only have one iPhone 10 left in that bitch. I went to West Farms Mall. I remember this day. One day I was like, yo, y'all got an iPhone 10s left, and the dude was on the computer typing it up. He was like I was like at this point I was willing to go to Mass to go get that junk. Like I was willing to like just travel out of state if they had it. Dude was like, yeah, I got one left. I gotta see if that's actually true though. Dude went to the back for like 5-10 minutes. He came out with that white box. He said the last one, black. You want it? I was like, bro, I don't care.
Run my finances. Let me know what I need to do, and boom.
Yeah, bro. And I remember seeing my phone bill. I'm sitting here paying for it for the first 2 months. I was like, what I mean? When you buy something, it's like buying a car, bro. You don't care about that payment when you like financing a car. Like you don't care about that payment the first or 2-3 times around. And then a year go by, you like, damn, like I'm still paying for this shit. Like how many years I gotta pay for this?
And you don't own it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't own it. They can take that junk back at any time you want. This is an invest. Like you're seriously paying.
You're leasing
another company. Yeah, you're basically you're basically stuck to a 5-year finance or lease or 2-year lease agreement, whatever. Same with the iPhone for Life plan. You just leasing a phone, and leasing a phone just it sucks, man. You can go on Amazon. I'm telling you now, you can get an iPhone 8 right now, fully unlocked, bring it to any service you want to for $180.
Think about that, and that's a good phone. It can run all the newest like iOSs and stuff like that. I believe they have support for the last like 5 years or 3 years or something like that. But think about that, yo. So even the iPhone 8, even like for example, the iPhone XR was the budget version of the iPhone X. You can get an iPhone XR probably for like $300 unlocked any plan. And think about this, yo. I used to work for a job. Me and Shane used to work at a dealership, yo. So my phone makes me money. That's how I contact my customers. Yo, I was paying for Verizon, AT&T plus the phone. I was paying like $140 a month, and I wasn't even using these unlimited plans too for your cell phone plans. Yo, unless you using all that fucking data, because remember when you get your crib, you may have the Wi-Fi. So if you're not working, you probably sleeping. So, and most of the times, if you at work, they probably have decent enough Wi-Fi to do what you need to do, and you shouldn't even be on your phone at that point if you're even at work, unless you're making money off of it. So think about this: you're spending $140 on a phone and also service that you're not even using to the fullest capabilities. So, yo, was it 6 months ago? 4 months ago, yo, Mint Mobile. If you live in Connecticut, and obviously do your research, but make sure the tower connections, everything are good in your area. Yo, 35 gigs of 5G for $30 a month, bro. I pay $360 every year, one time a year, and I have 12 months of data coverage, and that's 5G data. My shit beats out Verizon, AT&T. So do your research. Yo, I pay $30 a month, and I have this phone bought outright. It's not a flex, but I told myself, like, I may get the iPhone 13. Fuck no. I'm going to stick with this phone until this phone can't do anything that I need it to do. And that's the biggest thing, yo. I feel like they get these young kids, yo, with your finances, yo. You're this for example, $200, right? That's a car payment. That's literally for a hoopty car. You could get, from a small side dealership, depending on the credit wise. That's probably, let's say, $150 to $180 is your car payment. That extra $20, $30, let's say, for example, that could be your phone bill payment. Yo, so you're almost making a car payment on a phone. Think about that, yo.
That's what they want you to do. They want to throw you in the debt as soon as they're able to. That's why they give you all these offers like, oh, look at this in the mail, pre-approval, $1,000, pre-approval, $4,000. Go buy yourself. Like, bro, it's all a scam.
Think about it, yo. So get your finances in order, because if you can not get into this trap, and think of it like a lot of people who, not say don't make it in life, but just don't receive their full. And I never believe in this whole full potential. Wherever you at is usually your potential. Like you can strive better, but a lot of people fall into that shit. The car debt, that's big. Credit card debt and the phone debt, especially for younger people. This phone debt kills people, yo. Trust me, I've seen it. I've gone through it, yo. This shit will fuck up your finances. And then if you don't pay this shit, that's your credit. Credit's another big aspect of financing. Think about it. Without credit, yo, if you like my ex, bro, she has shitty credit, yo. She couldn't even get a phone. I had to put the down payment on it for that. You want a car? Yo, you can't even get a fucking car. Or
You
if
still
you,
pay 18% depending on your
yeah,
state.
19, yeah, like Connecticut
19,
max is 19. So if you're from New York, Pennsylvania, you're paying in the 20s, bro. You're paying credit card, and bro, this is something that I'm super passionate about because I would just go for financing, yo, and like I posted up on my Facebook, bro, yo, if you don't have a fucking banking account and you're 35 years old, what are you doing? Like, this makes no sense.
There's people who don't have I never understood that either. People who don't have bank accounts, like, what is up with that? They are so afraid to put their money in the banks. Like, those are people that are just like ridiculous. Like,
They're not informed, yo. They were never taught, yo, your money, yo, ever since the Great Depression, there's something called the FDIC. The FDIC guarantees whether we hit a fucking depression or they lose all their money. You are remember, the country can literally just print money. Yeah, it could lead to inflation, but you will still get exactly what you are owed up to $25,000. So if the bank forecloses and loses all your money, that's also why if you get scammed, let's say for example, someone steals your money, you get that money back if it's 25,000 or less. So if you're 35, how do you not have a bank account? And you're also at a car dealership, or you had a mattress store, furniture store, you had an iPhone store, and you're asking a bank to give you money, but you don't have a bank account? Come on, guys. It's time you're old
you gotta
enough.
do better.
Yes. And also, yo, if you do get a bank account when you're 15, 14, 16, 17, as soon as you turn 18, you need to take your parents off of that bank account. And this is from past experience, yo. Selling a car, they will cut your income in half if you go to prove it. So take your parents off your bank account too. Responsibility, yo. Once you hit that age 18, you're an adult. That's why you can also get tried as an adult. If you do some dumbass crime, you can get tried as an adult. Yo, take your parents off of your bank account. That way you're then fully responsible for all the decisions you make with that bank account. And bro, yo, if you just understand the small parts of financing is not that hard. If you just understand the basics and where to spend your money and to understand how these companies make money off of bad financial decisions, think about this. Yo, a credit card company, their goal is they are hoping that you fuck up and don't make that payment. How do most banks make their money? It's obviously not all, it's from lending money from fees. Fees make up a lot of that profit margin.
Yo, that's exactly what is facts. Because if you at the end of the day, right? Imagine this: you're always overdrafting your account. You're always like not saving your money. You spend your money on those new Jordans that you wanted so bad, right? Now you can't pay your
I was a
bills,
victim
bro.
of that. Yep. I was a victim
Now,
of the overdraft.
same, bro. Overdrafts suck, bro. You know how many fees they pile up on overdrafts?
Mhm.
It's like they double fee you sometimes. I remember I've gotten one overdraft fee, like my last bank, and then the overdraft was like $35, and then they charged me another 25 on top of it somehow. And I called them, and it was just like, oh, that's the fee you pay, blah blah blah. It's in the fine print of so and so, and blah blah blah. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I said, bro.
But
Like,
there's an accountability aspect of it too. So
mhm.
that's what we're trying to teach people. Like, yo, like that's also a big thing I fell into, bro. I fell into the overdraft thing, bro. When I first had my first account, bro, I fell into a fuck ton of overdraft. Yo, don't get your finances right. And remember, like we're saying, if you're 15, so you're 18, get kicked out, yo, you can't afford to overdraft. Plan your money out properly, yo. So you get that Metro Boomin or prepaid phone. It makes calls and texts. It allows you to do what you need to do. You're not even trying to focus on getting bitches because that's not what's going to help you succeed.
That shouldn't be
You
your main
shouldn't even be
focus.
Yes, you shouldn't even be talking to girls unless you're just talking as like friends and shit like that. Like, yeah, if you're smooth enough, you want to fuck them, obviously great, do that. But you should not be prioritizing. All right, let me take these out on dates, dinner dates. Let me buy them pizzas late at night and they can come over. Oh, she needs help with this, Brett. No, fuck that. Build yourself up. Credit, financing. You stop fapping. You literally will build better discipline, and discipline as a man. If a man that is disciplined,
Tell you, man, that discipline can accomplish many things. And the crazy part is, the more you accomplish, the more you're gonna be motivated to go accomplish something else. You're gonna be like, okay, like I said, it started for me. It started working out. Like once I started working out and I lost the weight I wanted to see, and I saw the progress, I was like, damn, like this is dope. What else can I do? And then you move into the next thing. I learned web design. I'm like, damn, this is cool. What else can I do? And it only levels up from there. You go up and up and up, and you find different things to do and different ways to improve yourself. Next thing you know, you start becoming, like you said, you start becoming a man. Essentially, like it's only up, bro. But you can hit the bottom. You can go as low as you can, but every day is different. You gotta live each day differently. Your mistakes are what make you better every day. Your mistakes don't define you; they help you be better.
It's 100%, yo.
Yeah.
And like all the things we are saying, like I said, the reason why we want this podcast, we literally came up with this podcast to where we're like, yo, how And we literally sat down, we were at a bar, we were sitting down like, if we're gonna start something, if we start a podcast, what's one of the things that we could do? And there's obviously things that we like the fitness aspect of it. We had watched like Fred and Fish, Steph is cold for I know my boy Shane. But we were like, how can we help younger? And my aspect was, or our aspect was, how can we help younger guys, even guys who are our age or guys who are older who maybe need to, we're always blue pill, and then now they had that heartbreak, and now they need to realize they need to switch to the red pill. Like, how can we help guys? When we were growing up, this shit did not exist.
It didn't.
Think I'm gonna say this, if you're 18 right now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There is no fucking reason. I'm getting a little antsy about this. There's no reason you are like my generation, the millennial generation, great generation. We grew up, obviously, we're the generation that's in between internet and more traditional style of like living, right? If you're growing up in this new generation, there is no reason why you shouldn't succeed in life, because there's so many benefits in your life from the fitness aspect of it. You're lactose intolerant. I was lactose intolerant. I could only drink lactate milk. That shit was expensive. Now there's cheap ass almond milk, goat milk. There's so many healthy alternatives, sugar-free drinks, low calorie options for carbs, more fruits that we've discovered. There's so much more. That's just fitness. Finances. 10 years ago, think about this. There was no fucking Credit Karma. You literally by law, were guaranteed one free credit score unless you applied for something, but you were guaranteed just to check your credit score for free one time by law in a year for free. There were literally companies that would make you pay to look at your credit score. There's Credit Karma, there's Experian, bro. You can literally make an account for free, and within 3 minutes of downloading that account, you can see your credit score and how to improve your credit score. There was none of that shit when we were younger, so you have that opportunity. Think about that,
The funny part is, there's people who still don't know. Like, we were still working the dealership. We used to be like, obviously we run people's credit for for applications things. We could not see their credit score, right? And the common question I used to always get is like, hey, can you tell me what my credit score is, since this is the APR that I've gotten? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, and I'm just like, and then it makes me think like, the people who really care about their credit know what their credit score is. People who don't never know, unless they just have like. And it's rare that someone has spectacular credit and doesn't know. But people who ask those kinds of questions, like, it kind of makes you like, you know what I mean? You're unaware of your own finances. Like, there's no reason you should not know your credit score. Just like you said, there's Credit Karma. If you have a Capital One credit card, they have a credit. I think it's like
credit profile. You can check it. Yeah, like Chase has it. I've Chased it. They allow you to do that. Yeah. But like that's crazy. Like, as a man, your finances are super important. Steph Coach said this. If you don't have money or credit and you're 30, 35, you're fucking. You can obviously reset yourself, but you're in a hurt, I'm just gonna say that, and I've seen it. Trust me. We worked at a dealership. I'm not naming the dealership, but bro, and don't think that I'm getting this way because we're on a podcast. Obviously, we're trying to get known, bro. You've seen this from me. When I was at the dealership, I literally would have these kind of conversations and be like, what the fuck? How does someone not have a bank account? How does someone not? And it's okay if you have it's not okay if you have bad credit, but it's understandable to some situations. But like, to be naive to certain things, like like having medical bills on your credit account, you can literally just dispute it and they'll get fucking taken off. Like, there's no reason why you should have medical bills on your hurting against your credit. Like, it's just the knowledge of these things. And obviously these are things they should teach you in high school. But if the high school's not teaching you, there's platforms like Two True Podcast, Fresh and Fit Podcast, Steph is Cold, Kevin Samuels, that are teaching you these things. And these are things, like I said, in the last 10, 15 years that we weren't taught. So if we weren't taught, I can say maybe about a 35-year-old, but not to have a bank account, and you're trying to act like a boss like that, guys, this is something I'm definitely passionate about, because I just don't understand it. And like I said, if you can control the big 3S, especially that financing, I'm telling you, that's gonna help lead to a world of different opportunities. And damn, kind of went on a rant on that one, but it's just
it's good. Those are good. Those are good to read,
bro. It's
a lot of stuff that we saw. Like a lot of stuff. I almost said the name. A lot of stuff that we saw at that dealership, that's like ridiculous. It's like people who just are just unaware, and men and women alike, mind you, not just dudes, but like people who are just coming here and just not be aware how much money they have, not being able to make the down payment. People come in, tell them they have to get a car. And they don't know that they owe taxes to the government, like stuff, taxes to the state, like stuff like that would be ridiculous. Like,
There's no accountability to it, yo. No responsibility to it.
And the one thing for sure, if you
Hey,
live,
mate,
if you
not to cut you off. My AC just kicked on. Do you hear it by any chance? As like background
nah,
noise? Okay, just making sure.
I hear my fan. Okay, you hear that?
No, I can't hear nothing. No, so these mics are really good.
Yeah, they
Wait,
are. Yo, it's crazy.
not, not, not to cut you off too right here. Yo, if you want to start a podcast, yo, these mics with the boom stand, $30. Yo, this Yeti, yo, great fucking microphone. There's so many additions to this shit. I was telling him before the podcast yesterday, yo, this shit used to be $100 to $150. And bro, this mic can do some other things that this can't do, but yo, this quality, $30 compared to $150, bro. Come on now.
I'm saying, man, they're great starter mics for sure. Like
PCs are cheap, bro. Even my PC, like, yo, I did a test on it. It's a good PC, like in the top, like, for the average people who have my PC, I'm in the top like 80%. Yo, the parts now for this, bro, my PC's worth, like, part wise, you could get this PC for $1,100. I spent probably $2,000 to $2,500 when I was building it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I
building a PC is a great investment too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't console game anymore. Just strictly PC gamer. But like the amount of money you save, if you're a gamer too and you build a PC, the amount of money you save just like buying games on computer versus like Xbox and PS4. There's so many different deals out there. Like I'm telling you, like a PC is a great investment. Even if you don't do that, if you're a creative, if you're looking for like ways that make extra money from home and stuff too.
Podcast, web design, YouTube.
Exactly, bro. There's different avenues.
eBay, selling on eBay, which you can just do through your phone.
Yeah, you become an Amazon seller. You can actually make an Amazon seller account. You can scan the barcodes. You go to the store and you can scan the barcodes or things like such as Marshall. You can see how much these item retails for online. You could buy them in bulk, right, and then resell them on your Amazon account, and it could make a profit off of that. That's something you can do. Like, it's different ways to make money.
Extra income. Look at that, yo.
Like the polo boxers and the Tommy boxers, you scan the barcode. You never know. You might make like a $3 profit on them each. But if you buy a bunch of them all at the same time, sell them. Think about
that money adds up, yo. Like, think about it, yo. People just don't want to go out and do the fucking work that is necessary. And like I said, like I'm holding myself accountable to it, yo. Like my fitness aspect of it, yo. I gotta hold myself accountable to that aspect, yo. So like I said, fapping, finance, fitness, they all have the same concept of discipline, accountability, and obviously self-control. Like you maintain all three of these big F's, and I'm telling you, it's going to work out in the long run. And then to loop back with financing, because I could talk about this shit for days. Maybe we'll just do a whole episode on this. But like I said, there's so many opportunities now in this day and age with these platforms that you can reach out, and there's no reason why when you're 18, by the time that you're our age now, let's say 25, 7 years, if you just focus and stick through, you should be in an even better standpoint than where we're even at right now. So you have all the tools and the keys, and that's only, think about it, that's not even in your prime. You're still 10 years, let's say you're 25, you're still 10 years out from your prime. So you've built from 18 to 25. Sheesh. Yo, you have another 10 years of just reaping some of the benefits. So you can maybe, for example, when you're in that blue pill, yo, when I'm 65, 75, yo, that's when I want to retire, collect my pension, or if you get a pension, 401k, my social security, yo, red pill, yo, we're trying to teach you, yo, it's okay to have that, but yo, you may want to, we're looking at, yo, we trying to be on bosses and retire by the time we're 35. That's the prime. Like, I want to be ready and done when I'm in my prime. So, like, you have all these, and like we're saying, you conquered these three big F's. And I guarantee you, it's going to lead to success. And you guys can even watch us and see us. We are conquering these things as we speak right now. And you're going to see, think about it, yo, you're going to see me and Shane growing. And that's the biggest thing. It's the grind. Great example with starting this stream platform. Yo, we may only get 0 views, 1 view, 2 views, 3 views. But, yo, the greatest thing I could say from Steph is Cole is, yo, you may look at, yo, he got 350,000 subscribers. Yo, what the fuck? I want to do that shit too. And I've done this too, bro. Like, I've been on YouTube for like 5-6 years, and I've always been on and off. But I was like, yo, let me get the accountability. All right, let me upgrade my internet. If I really want to fucking do this, let me do what I need to do when it comes to my finances, get my finances straight. Let me get the things I need to get done. All right. And then I need to grind on that shit. I need to hold myself accountable and also the responsibility of it. So like he said, when you see someone at 350,000 subscribers, okay, it's easy to make videos right? It's, yo, when I'm getting paid $500 to $1,000 a video, it's easy for that shit. But he said, what is the hardest part about YouTube? Are you going to keep making videos when you only see 3, 4 subscribers, 5 views? When the views ain't hitting on your video, are you still motivated to do that? And I'm going to be honest, when I had that, I was like, I had some videos blow up here and there, but yo, I just didn't have the consistency. That's
Mhm.
the same in the gym. You need that consistency. You want to lose weight, the consistency, build muscle, the consistency. You want to stop fapping. You need to go be consistent within a certain period of time of not doing those things. Finances, yo, I need that consistency of where I'm bringing in checks every day. I'm actually
Right.
working. I'm striving. I'm trying to do what I need to do. So there's so many aspects of this and how they all correlate to each other.
You want to just stay focused every time, because if you don't stay focused, you're just not going to be able to accomplish anything. Too, like, you know what I mean. You got to enjoy what you do. Otherwise, if you don't enjoy what you do every day, how are you ever going to stay motivated to do it? You feel me? So, like that, like it's the same in the video content. Like, we're gonna keep consistently making content, whether we getting, like you said, 1 view, 2 views. It's gonna get. Maybe we'll get 1 view today. Maybe we'll get 5 tomorrow. Maybe we'll get 10 the next day. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get 3. It's a grind. At the end of the day, we're gonna keep doing it because we enjoy it.
Hmm. And we want to be able, of course, at the end goal, we like to, this help to make an income, but maybe this opens up options, or maybe this may help someone out there. And it's also great to it builds your communication skills. But like we're saying, having your foot in so many different baskets is gonna help when you come to like your finances and stuff like that. And I know we focus a lot on the finance aspect because honestly, at the end of the day, it's a very big aspect because it also it does affect the things you could do in life. But we also want to make sure, your fitness is good, your health. Think about it. Money comes and goes. My boy Hugh posted, um, there's only money. You know how much money you have right now, right? But the one
Facts.
thing we don't know is how much time we have on this world. So think of it like that, yo. So your health should also be one of your biggest focus. Like that's what's gonna help keep you living longer. If you live longer, you make more money. You can have more time to do things. Think about that. You can reap more of your benefits. So there's so much that this stuff plays into, and I'm glad that we had this episode because I feel like we're able to dive a little deeper. Obviously, blue pill, red pill, more of a bigger ticket item, but starting to dive down into some of the things that you can do now to try and help yourself become successful. And like I said, you're gonna watch our journey through that too as well. And that's the amazing aspect of it, because then you can have that mentorship.
At the end of the day, like, we're gonna sit here and talk about every single time we're gonna bring up. It's gonna be something beneficial. Whether it be like, we're still learning as well. You know what I mean? We're not 100% all the way there. We still gonna have things that we have to work on ourselves. We're not perfect, but we're gonna keep sharing what we learn. We're gonna keep going through the process, going through the emotions. We're gonna learn better. Of course, we're gonna get better at this podcast, and of course, every episode's gonna be better than the last, or hope so at least.
Now,
But
remember, we don't go with that hope. We know so.
we
Remember, we got
know
to go with
so.
that. We know so. Like, I definitely say even from our first episode to this episode, like, there's all small little things. Like, even before we started the podcast, yo, Shane was working on, all right, what's the best camera angle I can get for this? I'm focused on, like, yo, can you hear me for my audio? It's all those small little tweaks and things that just show consistency and then that you actually care. So if you take all three of those F's, yo, guys, focus on all three of those. Like we said, fapping, stop beating that Tommy Dill pickle. From today, I am stop beating the Tommy Dill pickle.
That
My
is a
boy's
fact.
not getting touched. Unless a shawty is touching my shit, I am not touching it. And it's going to correlate to me having more time to do things. Fitness.
So
Like I said, that fitness plan, yo, all that shit I bought from GoPuff, that shit can get saved for a cheat day or something like that. But yo, I'm gonna go out to the store, buy the shit that I need, the chicken, the rice. I'm gonna look at Shane's fitness plan, yo. I'm gonna make sure I get my cardio in. So maybe someone's not doing the trying to lean like I am. I need to make sure I get my cardio in. So there's all these things that you can do. And like we said, for financing, let's stack that bread, get that money, or put yourself and start doing other things that can eventually lead to you being able to better out your finances.
yeah, yo, it's all about self improvement, man. If you ain't gonna be doing that, then what's the point of this life? What's the point of this existence if we're not here to improve? What are we here to do?
That's
So, like,
100% facts, man.
uh, shoot, bro.
Like I said, man, everything on this podcast is the reason why it's called Too True, because we're gonna spit the facts. We are both people who are open. We're those people that, let's say, for example, you're in like a group and you're talking. We're the people that will literally bring things up or challenge things because the things we're gonna say are too true. Like we're going to say those things, and we're not scared to say those things. So Hey man, hopefully there's more good episodes to come. Not hopefully. I know there's more good episodes. There will be, and I know. Remember, as a guy, we know that there are going to be more episodes to come, and there's definitely going to be even better episodes to come. Eventually, we'll start getting female guests on here, so you can also start hearing from their aspect of it. Because one of the benefits I will say about living in CT, you do run into those higher end girls who may have that, that crazy mindset, but crazy preferences. But you do run into some girls who are those rare 10% who have different aspect and different looks on things, though they say that. So, guys, and Jordan should be joining us tomorrow, and then hopefully our boy Jaquan should be joining us within the next few days. So, like I said, this podcast, we're going to start cranking out episodes, and I'm going to start spamming these motherfuckers in the Fresh and Fit comment section. Steph is cold. I'll do what I need to do, y'all. I'm going to try and get this shit out as much as I can, throwing it up on my Facebook, Snap, Instagram. Any last closing statements?
Stop beating the monkey. Stop tickling the pickle. Just go to the gym. Save the bread. Don't spend it on Jordans. And last closing statement I got is I don't know, man. Get a hobby, bro. Play some games, bro. If you want to beat it, just play video games or something. Play some fighting games. That's a good way to get some energy out, bro. That's
definitely
really frustrate you.
Don't play too many, though. Don't play too many. That's the one thing. Right. Limit, if you're doing video games, limit yourself to at least maybe, obviously, if you're working, I'll say like 2 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're a streamer making money off it, don't be playing games all day.
Yeah. You do it as like a nice, like you said, a hobby, nice little downtime. And like we live in this day and age, yo, you know, if you just getting that job, yo, you may not need that PS5 or Xbox. You can get that Xbox One, that PS4, and still do the things that you may want to do, like Warzone, and still play with other people and stream it. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. So, my closing statement, like I say, let alone that Tommy Dill pickle. And the big thing I will say too is get that finances right. And when you're younger, yo, don't become a slave to these phone companies and these internet companies and these carrier companies. Get that finances down pat. This has been your boy Shane, your boy Will from the Two True Podcast. Obviously, next time it's gonna be a banger. And peace out, guys.
Peace out, y'all. Damn, I was quick.